If you are experiencing foundation issues, get a free estimate from Ox Foundations.
Joined this morning by Dakota King. And Dakota, good morning to you, sir.
Good morning. How are you?
I am well, and belated happy birthday to you. This guy just turned 23?
23, yeah. Getting on up there, right?
Oh, yeah. You got a ways to go yet.
Yes, sir.
Dakota King is just coming off a great performance with the Kowaliga Idol. This is actually his second year, and finished runner-up this year. And Dakota, good morning to you. Thanks for joining us. Tell us a little bit about Dakota King.
Yes, sir. Well, I appreciate y'all having me. Well, I've been playing music for probably close to 8 or 10 years now. Me and my buddy, he taught me how to play guitar, and we always enjoyed just picking around with it. And one day we decided that we were gonna try to start playing weddings and little events that people had, and we came up with a group name as the County Line Kings, and we played at weddings and bars and restaurants and stuff, and we ran across the Kowaliga idea, and we thought it was cool, so he's like, well, why not jump in it? So.
Wow. Why music? I mean,
well, music's just it's always been a way to escape, all the craziness of the world these days, but also a way to relay emotions.
Yeah. What about your family? Who's your family?
My dad's Ross King, my mom's Tracy King, and they've always been really supportive of Aaron and I and our group. And I was raised around music, classic rock and country mostly, and I just respect the art of it, and I write a good bit as well.
Does Mama get fired up at the competition?
Oh, she's the loudest one there. I promise. She's
Mom,
louder than me sometimes. Right. But no, they've always been, my entire family, supportive, and I'm so thankful.
So how'd you start writing?
That's that really. I guess it's I see everybody. They do these songs, and I do cover songs a lot, and they're really fun. But when it gets down to it, nobody can relay your emotions like you can. So when you're writing, you can really put what you're feeling, what you're thinking into a song, and relay it, and make sure other people understand exactly how you feel.
Do you pattern yourself after any other artist?
I try to be, true to who I am with writing. It's I'm definitely influenced by, I guess, Chris Stapleton, Eric Church, and some of the older artists as well, but I guess those would have to be my main inspirations or whatever. People that I look up to.
Yeah.
I love their music.
Yeah. What about your group? Talk about your group a little bit.
Well, we're basically a two-man group as of right now. We started out playing at August Barbecue in Childersburg.
Yeah.
That was really kind of the first consistent gig that we got, and we had so much fun with that. And that place, I think they sold it or shut down or whatever, but we just played this past weekend at the Oak Mountain Brewing Company.
Oh yeah,
up there, and that place is awesome. We really enjoyed that. We're gonna go back. We got shows lined up on I believe it's July the 2nd at a marina, and then we have the other show at the Oak Mountain Brewing Company again on the 9th.
Now, is music, Dakota, your life, or you got other stuff going on too?
I wish it was my full-time gig. I do work full-time at Bluebell right here in Silicaca. Okay. And but any chance I get, this is what I'm doing.
What do you do at Bluebell?
I work on robots and conveyor systems.
Okay.
At Bluebell. So.
Okay. Now let's go back to I guess I don't know if it's 2019 or 2020 when they had the event down in Kowaliga.
Yes, sir.
How did you get plugged into that originally?
Well, you know how you brought up my mom being a big fan of mine a minute ago. Basically, we had went out to eat at Jay's here in Silicaca, and we're sitting there, and we had heard that they were going to have some type of event there, and I was like, well, I love music, sure, I'll go. I'm tired, but I'll go. So we showed up, and I was like, man, these guys are great, this is wonderful. Some of the people that I heard sing and stuff, and I knew a couple of them, Matt Stevens and them, and my mom's like, get him. And I'm like, oh, God, please don't. And they were like, no, get up there and do it. And I was like, all right, whatever. So I did, and then of course Aaron and Shelby, which are my two best friends, they followed suit, and they were like, hey, let's, we'll do it too. And it turned out to be one of the most fun things that I've done. It's different, from playing, bars and restaurants and stuff, but it's so much fun. And
a lot of
I got up there and did
competition,
it. And they were
too,
like,
right?
hey, we like you, come on. I was like, I don't know why, but all right, so I come on.
So we're going to talk about this year's competition, which just ended a week or so ago.
Yes, sir.
Where Dakota King finished runner-up in that competition, and we're going to talk about that in just a little bit. But you came prepared to sing this morning. Talk a little bit about.
If you'll let me, I was gonna play one of the originals I wrote.
Okay.
And this one, actually, we're working with Nashburg Studios in Childersburg with Wesley Allen, if you're familiar with him. Going to record this, and this will be our first official studio recorded original song. So, yeah, so we're pretty excited about that.
I bet you are. Let's do it.
Absolutely. Y'all ready?
The ribbon out her hair, kiss her everywhere that she likes it. Won't you do me a favor when you're driving her around? Roll down the windows, crank the music loud. Anything it takes to make her fall. Whatever it takes to turn her on. Give her one good reason to fall in love, one good excuse, need your touch, one good thing that you might have that I don't. Throw out one good trait you might possess, it just might give her happiness she needs to let go of me. Give her a line, give her a smile, give her a night on a country mile, give her a ride, give her a wrong. Man, do something that keeps her gone. Heard you and her said goodbye again. She's so back and forth, but I know how it ends. With a late night call or a knock on my door. Took the ring back again. She wants more. Anything it takes to make her fall. Oh, and whatever it takes to turn her on. Give me one good reason to fall in love, one good excuse, need your touch, one good thing you might have that I don't. Throw out one good trait you might possess, it just might give her the happiness she needs to let go of me. Give her a line, give her a smile, give her a night on a country mile, give her a ride or give her a wrong. Man, do something that keeps her gone.
There you go.
There you go.
Dakota King, a recording artist with us this morning. And talk a little bit, Dakota, about your guitar.
Well, this one actually I found in a pawn shop, and I absolutely fell in love with it. It was it's an old Morgan Monroe, because at the time all I had was this $50. No, I don't know. The strings were so hard to push down on that thing, my fingers bled while learning how to play.
Yeah.
And Aaron can tell you all about that. But yeah, and I went in a pawn shop one day with my buddy and my dad, and I was like, man, that one's really neat. And I started researching it. I was like, man, they don't even make them anymore. I'm gonna go back and look at it some more, and it was gone. And I was like, well,
Wow.
darn, you know. But come Christmas time, my dad had actually bought it for me from the pawn shop.
Look at that.
So yeah, so
That's a great gift, wasn't
shout out
it?
to him. Oh, it was wonderful. I've played on this thing for probably close to 5 years now, but it's definitely treated me right. So.
Going back to Kowaliga Idol that just finished up, you finished runner-up there. Talk about that competition, and you made friends with this competition too.
Yeah. It's been a wonderful, first of all, learning experience, because the people there, like last year, Bo Jones, which is personally my favorite person to hear sing ever. He's I've tried to. I enjoy hearing him sing, talking to him, and getting tips and advice on what to improve on, and also being around people like Matt Stevens, which is Matt's amazing too, and listen to what his feedback is, and these people, that's Kaylee Anderson, for example, and all these people, you make friends, but you also make you get a lot of advice and feedback, and you learn, and go in, definitely, if you're thinking about doing it, go in with an open mind, because these people know what they're talking about, and they know what they're doing.
Let's get to finals night.
Yes.
Talk about that.
Yes. It's a lot of stress, but last year with the finals, it was months apart from the semifinals, because they had to shut down because of the pandemic and all. But this year, the hype was still there. Everybody was still excited. It was a packed house. Everybody was in it, and it's a lot of pressure getting up there, because everybody there that night deserved to be there, and there was some seriously tough competition, and it was something.
Do you do more than one song at the finals, or
Well,
what?
yes, sir. They usually, how they structure it usually is they pick you a song. Earlier in the competition, they'll give you a list and say, hey, here's 30 that you can choose from, and that's all well and dandy. But when they pick a specific song for you, that's when you're like, ooh, all right. And some of the songs, some of the people have never heard before. So you're given 2 weeks to learn it, so you have that one song, which is the judge's pick, right? And then you pick the other two. So you'll go up there. I went up there and sang my judge's picks, which is a Cody Johnson song. And you can't do it with a guitar, so it takes me out of my comfort zone a little bit, right? And I did that. Everybody does their judge's picks. And then you go back, and everybody does a 2-song set of their choosing, acoustically or not. And it's fun, because you kind of like a little concert up there. Everybody's, moving around, doing their thing, and it's cool to see the different styles there, because you can put your own touch on it. It's not so, you pick your song, or some people write music and add their own, like Tristan, the guy that did win. He has such a unique style and dancing around on the stage and stuff, and he's fun to watch.
Was it white knuckle for you?
Oh, it was a little bit. Yeah, it was tough, but it was a lot of fun. I enjoy the competition, and like I said, everybody deserved to be there. It was awesome.
What's your dream?
To make this my job, man. I love music. It's helped me through a lot, and it would definitely be awesome to be able to do this full time, and to say that that's my life. Yeah.
Talk about, if you can, one of those tough times that music brought you through.
Well, I started with music around, Lord, I don't know, early teenager, right? And we all know, you go through pain and loss and heartbreak and confusion, right, of growing up, and Lord, looking back now, it's like, come on, man, But back then you're learning, you're confused, and life's complicated, and you're kind of figuring it all out and seeing where you belong in the world. And a lot of times having that safety net, that comfort of music, and knowing that no matter what, that's always there. is comforting.
Yeah. When you have your guitar,
Yes, sir.
and you that is your comfort zone.
Oh yeah.
When you're doing a piece with your guitar, what are you actually thinking during that time?
I've tried to explain it before to other people. There's a plethora of chords and lyrics and lyrics to other songs that this reminds you of, and 1,000 things going through your head. So it's a miracle if you don't get off track and think of something else or whatever. You got to worry about your strings breaking or your pick breaking, or if you're in the right key. There's a lot of factors to it, but it'll keep you on your toes. So
Yeah, there's bugs flying around my eye right here.
Yeah. Oh Lord, and you got it, and like I said, I've played at a bunch of bars and stuff before, so there are distractions. People running around.
What's this bottle coming by my head?
Yeah, just kind of got to dodge it while you're up there playing. Somebody come up on the stage. It can get distracting, but you got to just stay focused. That's when it helps to stay in your song. In your emotions that you're.
You talk about your if you're not in the studio now, you're going to be going in the studio to record. Talk about some of what goes into recording.
Well, man, from like I've said, I'm not super experienced with that side of things yet, but from what I've seen, it's a lot of layering. It's you get your idea of just generally what you want it to sound like, and then you put your drum track to it, because that keeps the tempo of the song, and then you might overlap a acoustic over that, and then you got your electric, and then your bass, and then you got more acoustics, and you can do backup with that, and then your vocals and your backup vocal. It's just a lot of building. It's a building process with that. So, but as what I've heard from Wesley with so far, which we're not like I said super far into it, but from what I've heard so far, Wesley's very talented up there at Nashburg, and he knows what he's doing. So.
You talked about the judges gave you a particular song.
Yes.
And you had to learn that song. You had 2 weeks to learn it, to get it down, to perform it, and the rubber is going to meet the road.
Right, yeah.
If I said to you this morning, what are some other type music that you like? There's gospel, there's soul, there's rock, there's country.
Yes, sir.
What are some of your favorites?
Well, like I said, growing up, my parents usually always had something playing on the radio when we were going somewhere, and I took a liking to classic rock, and that was probably that in countries. I mean, it's right there, right? But unfortunately, a lot of the classic rock songs I cannot sing.
Why?
Because Steven Tyler, Journey, right? Def Leppard, it's just not there for me.
Yeah, I understand.
That's when the guitar thing comes in, because you can drop it down and tune your guitar different and sing it in a completely different key. That'll work, but it's a process. Yeah. But no, seriously, the classic rock, country, and some older gospel and modern rock. I have a plethora of things that I enjoy to listen to and try.
Can you do gospel?
Some of them. Gospel has some really different chords to them, but perhaps I'll.
A lot of that gospel and country is a lot alike in ways.
It is sometimes. It's usually gospel is. You'd have to get my buddy Aaron on here to describe some of the chords in some of those gospel songs. I don't even know how they come up with it, but they're there. There's a video. Like I said, the County Line Kings YouTube page. We post videos and content on there for whoever wants to watch it. And we have Amazing Grace is actually on there and on our YouTube page. So check it out.
How can they get in touch with you guys?
Well, like I said, just go, if you ever want to get in touch with us, get us to play somewhere, get us to, come out and see us. We have a County Line Kings Facebook page, Instagram. We've got, my personal Dakota King, my personal Facebook page, Aaron Smithy's Facebook page, our YouTube for County Line Kings. There's multiple. Just reach out.
Yeah.
We'd love to come play, and we'd love for y'all to come out and listen to it.
Now, you're 23 years old.
Yes, sir.
And you got your life ahead of you still. What would you say to people that are maybe even younger than you that, they want to dream a dream too in music?
Sing what you mean. Sing from the heart. Don't get out there and do something just because it sounds cool. Yeah. Do it because you mean it.
Yeah.
And it'll always come out sounding better because of that.
Okay. Dakota King, our guest this morning, just turned 23 years old, runner-up in Kowaliga Idol this year, and he got a great future ahead of him. And I expect to hear bigger and better things from Dakota King, and I'm sure that you will too. Dakota, thank you for coming by this morning. It's a pleasure to have you.
I appreciate it.
And hope to talk again real soon.
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
All right, let's get a break in here, and we'll be back with more after this.